Oh, it's been a day of doing my civic duty. Um, I stood in line in the Louisiana sun for about 2 hours to sign the recall petition for our governor, Jeff Landy, and because he sucks ass. And I just voted in our primaries for everybody that we could still vote for. Being that people already cast their ballots and then the ballots got thrown out. I don't know how they're going to work all that out. But funny thing happened. There was a reporter with a camera, and I guess, I don't know, maybe my shirt caught his attention. I don't know. But makes a beeline for me wearing this shirt, and asked me, said, "So you're here to sign the recall petition for the governor?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "So, well, what don't you like about the governor?" And I said, "Well," I motioned to my shirt. I said, "He lost me at 10 Commandments in school." But then it's been downhill on fire ever since that. I think we should spend more time in Greenland. So a special ambassador or something to Greenland. And, don't worry about us over here. We'll be fine without him. Stay in Greenland. And on that note, Louisiana may have its own preferences, but here in New Orleans, you don't come and force your religion on us. That's not going to go over well here. And without New Orleans, the rest of the state dies. We are the only moneymaker for this state until they get their data centers put in the poor neighborhoods. So that's not going to fly. And that was the first thing he did to piss us all off. And now we got Trump doing this prayer thing where he's going to rededicate the country to being a Christian country. I'm sorry, words mean what they mean. And to something, the something has to have been that something before you can it. So you can't rededicate the United States to Christian values when the United States was never dedicated to Christian values. As a matter of fact, even stating that it is a Christian country is a violation of the Constitution and another impeachable offense, which I hope will be among the impeachable offenses that are hoisted upon this fucking idiot president. I've never been in the broom closet about my beliefs. However, you can believe whatever the hell you want. I don't care if you're Christian, I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Jewish, Catholic. I mean, here in New Orleans, like, even if you're doing the voodoo, you're still a little Catholic. Everybody's a little Catholic, even, witches and vampires here, a little bit Catholic. It's a different flavor of Catholicism. But as I've stated many a time, I am a pagan, and I have the long memory, and I can study, and I recognize how many pagan beliefs were stolen from Christianity. And the entire idea of a god dying for 3 days and then rising from the grave is taken literally from the mythos of the sun god and then superimposed onto Jesus. And if you think I'm making it up, I suggest you go read the Council of Nicaea, where they absolutely said, to further legitimize the tale of Jesus, we are attaching the tale of Jesus to the mythos of the sun god, which is the oldest god known to man, who happens to die for 3 days at the winter solstice and then rise from the grave, which was exactly the language the old people used to describe that scenario. And at the Council of Nicaea, they absolutely admitted the quiet part out loud that they were doing that to further legitimize the tale of Jesus. They're associating the birth and resurrection of Jesus with the birth and resurrection of the oldest God known to man, which would be the sun. And I recognize that they did that. They'll never admit that they did that, but we are not a Christian country. You can worship the flying spaghetti monster for all I care. That's fine. You do you. Let me do it too. And Rather than rant on what I've ranted on a million times, I know that my audience also likes a musical interlude, and I happen to have written a song for this rant rather than have to keep ranting this rant. So here you go. Y'all love these musical interludes, and I got more. I got more. It's amazing what you can do with computers these days. See you next time. Hit some buttons, y'all.
I hate to be the one to tell you the thing that you never will accept, but you've never been known to import new data or treating other views with respect. Your God didn't write a word, and the details are so absurd. They scare you into obedience and chain you into subservience for an absentee father's neglect. We are not a Christian country. We can be anything we will. You can twist it anyway, but words mean what they say, and we will die on that hill. We are not a Christian country. We don't have to believe what you say. You go do you and let me do it too. That's the American way. I hate to be the one to point this out, but Jesus was way down woke. I know it's hard to swallow, but try not to choke. And I'm a witch and shouldn't have to tell you, but Jesus would be enraged with the hate you poured on his message, killing the wisdom of a sage. We are not a Christian country. We don't have to believe what you say. You go do you and let me do it too. That's the American way. We are not a Christian country. We don't have to believe what you say. You go do you and let me do it too. That's the American way. Believe what you believe and leave the rest alone, and let everyone else have their own. There are many gods beyond your own, many lands and seas and gods for all of them, and that's how it should be. We are not a Christian country. We don't have to believe what you say. You go do you and let me do it too. That's the American way. We are not a Christian country. We don't have to believe what you say. You go do